Hey everybody, my name's Craig. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another night of 5 minutes a day. Today is Wednesday the 16th, 2019. I'm pretty sure I said 2018 on a video a couple back. But don't we all do that, right? 2018 instead of 19 every year. The year changes. We were at the year before. It's awesome. Yeah, I'll just jump in. I hope you all enjoyed my bass video. I love those things, and it reminded me of how little I've played in the past few years. Going back to school is not good for and working as a sound guy, so I'm on the wrong side of the soundboard. It's not great for getting out and playing music with other people in like actual performance settings. So I'm going to start 5 minutes now. And today I want to talk about something that's kind of interesting. I've been thinking about it the past week or so. And it's the idea that public intellectuals, they don't ever say anything new. And they don't actually ever, in my opinion, very rarely, do they ever say anything that's actually controversial. Now, it may be controversial to certain groups, but what public intellectuals do isn't say something new, isn't say something really actually controversial. All they do is say the same things in a new way. They just give normal people new ways to think about, intellectualize, rationalize, and more importantly, justify the same things that they've always thought. They're more about making the normal person feel smart, feel justified. Oh, this really important person ultimately agrees with me. So they may take them through this new or convoluted or legitimately good. I'm not trying to say that it's all bad here. Way of processing some event, some thought, some viewpoint in a new way, coming at it from a different angle, using bigger words or more complicated logical progressions to say the same thing that people already thought. And the more I think about this, the more I realize it's not all that controversial. It's not all that special. It's not new. I think everyone knows this, except the people that buy into it. And that's the kind of scary part. It goes back to the thing I was talking about, which is self-awareness, and that people don't realize that they're being fed the same things over and over and over. I watch this a lot in Christian apologetics, and I watch this a lot in looking into a lot of the kind of the other end of that, the kind of atheist rebuttals to a lot of that, is that they basically just end up talking past each other to their base or the other people's base, and saying the things that the group that they're talking to already believes. They're just saying it in new and different perspectives and different ways of thinking about it. They're just saying the same thing, just helping them get to it in a different way, to take advantage of some new to the average person. Because the arguments, most of these things, especially spirituality, religion, or non-spirituality, non-religion, a lot of them are crap. Most arguments these days, especially a lot of the political ones too, they start at the conclusion anyway, and then they look back and try to find the evidence, the data, the arguments, the reasoning that allows them to end up at this one particular area. It's a really bad way of thinking, but it's really, really, really common. And so that's one of the things I try to suss out really quick when I'm talking to someone, or when I'm reading a post online to decide if I want to respond, is, do they follow the evidence? Do they start with a few basic understandable assumptions and then build from there? Or do they start with the end point in mind and then go back and Texas sharpshooter their way up back to their original point? And I think because that's so common, I think that's what a lot of public intellectuals do. They don't actually say anything new. They don't actually say anything special. They just help the people that had the position to begin with, give them better arguments to get there in the first, end up there again. Yeah, I don't think all that's, again, I'm saying that, and hopefully it'll maybe spark somebody's mind and realize, oh, I only like that person because they allow me to continue to believe what I want to believe with more complexity. This silly little thing that I believe to be true, they helped me hold it in a way that isn't so silly. Or silly is a loaded word, so maybe just simple. I held this simple belief based on something, and they've come in and allowed me to have a complex justification for it. And again, I'm not trying to imply good or bad in this. This can be a good thing. There are some beliefs that are good and should be held, and we don't really always have that good of arguments for it in ourselves, because maybe you're not a logician. Maybe you're not a person that thinks about those things. Maybe you're busy raising a family and kids and working 2 jobs and paying bills. And I think that's one of the places a lot of public intellectuals go wrong, is they forget the privilege that they have, that they're able to have a life where they can dig deep into these things and talk about it publicly, when most people don't. Most people spend most of their time working to pay bills so that they can put food on their table and a roof over their head, which is becoming more and more complicated. So anyway, what do you think about that? My core idea that most public intellectuals don't really say anything new. They just give people new and complicated, more complex ways of believing what they already believed to be true. So anyway, it's Wednesday. I will see y'all Thursday. Y'all have a great day, great night, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Peace.